What is going on, you guys? I think you guys will kind of just sprinkle in as time goes on. We'll see who we get in here. Um, just had a few questions. What is going on, Betterself community? I'm super excited. We've been doing this weekly. I know it's been a little bit spotty just as my schedule as a fireman, really in general. You guys actually had great questions this week, per usual, and I was actually really excited to go ahead and talk about this. Let me see where we're at right here. So, one thing I wanted to talk about before is just kind of getting your intention set before your goals. So, depending on what you guys want to do, what is your intention behind them? So, being intentional is one of the biggest things that you can do in order to achieve your goals or at least progress. So, write it out exactly where are you at right now, where do you want to go, and then set that intention and be deliberate about attaining that goal based on the things that you're doing right now. Be intentional with the things that you do. If you're going to reach for a cookie and it doesn't go with your meal plan, diet plan, be intentional about not doing that. So, exactly whatever that you are doing, make sure it is moving you towards your goals and putting you on an upward trajectory to achieve your goals. It's one of the biggest things that I can say in regards to achieving success. So, as far as health and wellness. So, Portia had an amazing question. She said, "Is a fruit juice cleanse just as effective as a juice cleanse, or fruit cleanse just as effective as a fruit juice cleanse?" That's a great question. So they say that. So basically, like you have your digestive system and then you have your organs. So when you eat something, it takes up around 60-70% of your body's energy on digestion. So when you are eating fruit, yeah, it's very minimal. It's what your body should be eating, they say, or should be consuming, should be digesting our natural food. As far as the juice, when you remove the fiber, it's not really working the digestive system. So the digestive system gets like a full opportunity to rest, repair, and recover. So it's a really good way to kind of handle dysbiosis in the gut, really implement the healing, and really give your body a chance to just kind of just rest. And you'll notice when you do a juice cleanse, you have the most insane amount of energy. I can't even describe it to you guys. When I was on my juice cleanse, I would go to sleep and I would sleep for like 3-4 hours and I would be wired after that because your body's not wasting that energy on anything else. It's using that energy to heal. Remember that the body is the healer already and that the foods don't really do anything. We're just putting in our body in a state to heal. So, how long after consuming a meal should fruit be consumed? So it depends on what meal you're talking about. If you're just talking about like a full meal, like if it's gonna be like a raw vegan pasta, or if you're gonna have like animal products and things like that. Animal products you want to do nowhere in the window of anything less than 3 hours. I would go 4 hours depending on how big of a meal it was and how good your digestion is. Because if you have sluggish digestion, you're gonna have issues, as well as I said if you eat. Oh, so an example is right here. So if you eat a salad for dinner, should I wait an hour or two before eating fruit as a dessert? It's a really good question. So food combining is huge. So you don't really want to combine fruits and vegetables because they really break down different. They digest different. So you want to have them separate. Usually salad can take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours to break down. And so it says I might be experiencing connectivity issues. But anyways, so you want to go anywhere from 1 to 2 hours from that. Really, because raw vegetables take a little bit longer to digest. They're a little bit harder on digestion until we get our digestion up and going and just healthy. Alexa asks, can seed oils or dyes such as red and blue have an effect on people with ADHD? Absolutely. So they've done studies on this where they say obviously your gut is your second brain. So there's a direct link between your gut lining and your brain. So if there's inflammation in your gut, there's inflammation in your brain, and that's where you get things like Alzheimer's, ADHD, and all these things that are really, even autism and things like that. They're starting to see correlations between diet and things like that. Because you got to remember, red and blue dyes and seed oils, they cause inflammation. And they really just kind of pollute the body. So of course, anything that's not really cleansing to the body or putting it in a state to prosper is going to be a huge issue. So Zach asks again, is Prime hydration drinks healthy? Are they healthy? No, they're not. They're terrible for you, filled with citric acid. They're really just a marketing tool. None of that stuff is going to be healthy for you. They're all fillers. What's healthy for you is water. What's healthy for you is natural juice. What's healthy for you is teas and herbs and things like that. To say this is healthy for you, no. Is it killing you? I mean, it's not going to kill you to drink one, but I wouldn't do it every day. I wouldn't do it multiple times a week either. And the healthier your diet is, you don't need any of that other stuff. You don't need supplements. You don't need energy drinks by any means. And I was just telling you guys about the juice cleanse, where it's like I had the most energy and abundance in my entire life. So Alexa asked again, when you take seed oils or gluten out of your diet for a long period of time, can you gain a sensitivity to it or form an allergen to it? That's a really good question as well. So yeah, so when you're taking it away, it's called like an elimination diet. So you're kind of taking things away to see if your symptoms improve, and then once you kind of reintroduce those things to see if you have an issue with them, um, that's kind of how you pinpoint what has been going on with you, where your issues have been coming from. And as far as that, I mean, it's just as soon as your body gets rid of the things that it doesn't need, well, more so that you stop putting in your body what it doesn't like. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see it more once you introduce it back into your diet. Like, whoa, like that's awful because your body's really resilient. It can put up with a lot of stuff, but after a while, it gets really, really tired. It starts to show you symptoms like, hey, I don't like that. And so just be on the lookout for that. Once you remove those things, you're going to be more sensitive to it naturally because your body's not accustomed to it. It's the same thing as, you know, it's not the same thing, but it's similar to if you think about it like if you're hooked on drugs or medication or anything like that, you're addicted to it. Um, your tolerance is extremely high. Your body's able to put up with that. And then once you're off it for a long, long time, or like alcohol is a good description of it or a good example because once you go back to it, you're like, wow, like I'm way more drunk than I used to be. Like my tolerance is so low. It's the same thing with putting up with the harmful seed oils and gluten and things like that. You'll see what's really intolerable for your body. Portia asked again, how does intermittent fasting work? Are there any benefits to practicing it? It's a great question. So same thing that we talked about earlier on the juice cleanse. So this is the next thing that you can do, which should be as close to the juice cleanse and fruit cleanse as you can, is eating in a smaller window. So they say the best is 14 and 10. Some people go 16 and 8. That's even better. The smaller the window, the better. One meal a day, amazing. It gives your body an opportunity to just rest, digest, and be able to spend that energy on healing and repairing the gut. So you gotta remember that what you guys are putting in your body is feeding good or bad bacteria, sometimes both, depending on what it is. So the less that you're putting in your body, the less burden on your system, the less energy expenditure, and really the overall healing and better state that your body is going to be in. So these are all amazing questions. I just want to go ahead and reiterate to you guys just the power of intention. Write out exactly what you want because clarity is going to be key. And then set your intention. One, how bad do you really want it? And two, I mean, what are you really going to sacrifice for it? So you guys are all capable. I mean, there's people in this group that have done amazing things already. It's really just tremendous the results that you guys have had. I'm super proud of all of you. Even just joining this group is a big deal and really just pushing through. But joining this group was intention. I intend on going in here to change my life, to take the first steps in changing my life. So I just want to commend you guys. If you guys are looking to get on a coaching call or re-up on a program or what have you, let me know and I'll be happy to work it out with you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm so proud of all of you. So just looking forward to next week. And then if you guys have any questions, I encourage you guys to keep sharing in here because it's not like, hey, it's Nick's group, I gotta share in here. No, it's when you share and you make it a habit every day to show and be proud of yourself and celebrate the wins and show people what you have going on. That is training the subconscious to be like, this is a part of my life now. This is first and foremost what I want. This is my lifestyle. This is what I want. And then when you do that, you will see the trajectory of getting closer to your goals based on, again, intention. If you are intentional, I'm going to post in this group because I'm going to hold myself accountable and show others that they can do it as well. You'll see. And then the people that do share in this group, I'm sure it helps you guys a lot, and you guys help so many people. So I love you all. Tune in next week and then keep sharing. I'll talk to you soon.